Good morning, guys. I'm Keegan. Welcome to back of the channel. Today we got my guy Josh's 86 Hakone. We've already done ace headers on it. He's got an HKS exhaust on it. Today we're going to be installing the PTuning flex fuel kit on it. It should be a pretty quick, easy install. We've already taken the fuel pump fuse right out, let the car die off, and we're about to get into installing the sensors. All right, guys, first step, mount up this sensor up to the bracket. Fancy little anodized aluminum. It's got 2 Allens, and this is going to be a 12 millimeter. Just kind of mount it right on in there. You can move this if you need to, but we just kind of went under and over. And then we're going to start on the fuel lines. I believe it's going to be this one and this one. All right, guys, sliding in this painful metal plastic tube. Looks just like that, kind of going at an angle over the line, and then I just kind of slid it in, and then you can just pull it right off. We're gonna put this right there and just let it soak. The good old S12 is a workbench. You want your 3/8 lines on the left based on how we have it indexed right here. Then you want your 5/16 lines right here. I did put some PTF tape on this just to assurance on the AN lines. I've had issues with some of the black ones leaking. Not brand specific, but just insurance on a daily driver, you know. All right, lads, we have our inlet for the short line. I'm gonna kind of try to route it following this so this bend isn't nearly as harsh as we had it. Put it underneath the brake lines, kind of keep all the fuel stuff tucked together. Ran it to the bottom, pop that clip on right down in here. And now we're about to do this longer line. You take this Allen AN adapter and get that started. Just kind of put it on there. So right now it's really loose, but for the sake of presentation, and we're gonna put it on there and connect it all, zip tied up. Double checked all these fittings, made sure everything's real close. Got to make sure those are all the way in. That one was giving us a little bit of issues, so we had to give a little bit of assistance to bend on in. Went ahead, tightened this bracket, kind of lined them real close to the strut tower, away from the engine, along with the other fuel lines. Zip tied them right here. Zip tied them kind of going wide to not pinch this, and that's kind of where we're gonna leave it onto wiring. And we'll give a quick little rundown for that. Starting the wiring, you're going to want to unplug the black secondary O2 sensor, plug in the PTuning O2 sensor. Make sure you ground this wire right here. I'm getting hit in the face by bubble wrap. And you're going to route this wire. I try to keep it as close to the wall of the engine bay as possible. I'm going to go down here. This is also part of mock-up, so we went down, around, wrapped it around here, and then there's a grommet in the firewall. You pulled it out and cut a hole through it so we could route this wire straight on through, and it's going to be right here that we're going to end up putting it through. Got a little bit ahead of the gun. We did this wire through that grommet, but had to pull it back out just to make sure we did this, the actual sensor itself. We did it behind the brake booster. It's still not zip tied or anything up, but we also ran that down behind the that grommet, the firewall grommet. And then we're gonna start on putting the final connector piece on the inside. We've fished the 2 wires through the firewall. We've used this 10 mil on the auto pedal. Let me use my finger. I'm currently hanging upside down. Installed it right there. Each one of these connectors is unique, so it's really easy to install. We use 2 of them. They have a 3rd option for one of their displays that we're not using, but it's all tucked up there. We're about to zip tie them all together, zip tie the engine bay, and this is pretty wrapped up. Got everything buttoned up all the way around. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I know these injector tick sounds are pretty annoying, but try to make it as direct as possible. You know, follow each of their steps. They have a pretty good PDF to follow, but just to visualize and kind of put everything together, it's good to go. Just need to get a Samsung device, right? Yeah, and then sync everything up and he'll be able to read. But that's good to go. Hey everyone, some post-edit thoughts. I just wanted to say sorry for the video being a bit shorter. The intended purpose was kind of to be a visual follow-along guide along with the PTuning PDF. I'm going to put that down in the description below. Everything went well in the test drive. Just make sure you guys prime the fuel pump a couple times right after you install everything. Double check that, you know, there's no leaking lines or fuel going anywhere. I think the only thing left to do was kind of to update the app and actually be able to see the percentage when he does put flex fuel in there. I hope the install goes as well for you guys as it did for us. Take it easy.